Morning guys. Sorry we haven't been about for the last few weeks. It has been manic, but I have a new unboxing for you right now. First things first, early in the morning, making a brew and we'll get right to it. Okay, here we are, as promised, another unboxing. This is a Pioneer built-in truck sat nav. So you'll have seen previously probably our unboxings on the TomTom Go Professional, which is great for portability if you're in and out of different trucks and all that sort of stuff. But if you are an owner driver and do have your own vehicle and want to install something a bit more permanent, then this is definitely the model for you. It's a full multimedia interface. It has built-in DVD player, obviously your truck nav. It has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, live traffic, a list like this full of stuff basically. But yeah, it's a really nice bit of kit. So we thought we would, or I thought we would get this out of the box and just show you what it all comes with. I can't unfortunately power it up and walk you through it, but there are some very good videos on YouTube already showing you the walkthrough. This particular model is the AVIC 2720 DAB, and then there's a -C at the end, and the C means for commercial. So basically what Pioneer do is they have this unit, which is essentially a car unit, and then they load on commercial vehicle or large vehicle mapping, just to ensure you don't get stuck under any bridges and weight limits and all that sort of stuff. So I will crack on with this now and show you what's inside the box. I have previously opened it, so I'll show you around the box actually to start with. Front, nice big image. Excuse the dent in there, that was my bad on that one. There's a nice large image there, so just walking you through on the top, it shows you the Apple CarPlay compatibility. It has got built-in Wi-Fi as well for connectivity to the internet, running updates and that sort of stuff. Has Waze, I think, preloaded. Maybe you have to download it, I'm pretty sure that's preloaded. DAB digital radio, obviously everything nowadays DAB. Bluetooth compatibility with your phone, so it will, you can make your calls through it. I believe it also in due sort of partnership with CarPlay and Android Auto, it will read out your text messages and via Siri and whatever the Android one's called. So yeah, and then it just gives you a few little details about a few features on the nav here, but we'll get through that in just a second. You can see here it's got the Navgate logo for campers. It's basically just showing the large vehicle mapping. It's just to distinguish between the two the models. You know, you do want a car nav and a truck and all that sort of stuff. On the side we have another image and the same gump that was on the top there. On the back it's got all of the different technical information that you would expect from this sort of product, the serial number and everything. Nothing on the bottom, and again on the back side it's showing the Apple CarPlay there. So this is I don't know if you're familiar with Apple CarPlay or not, if you have it, but basically it mirrors the apps that you are used to on your iOS device. And then to get back out of that, you would hit that Pioneer button and it'd bring you back into the software that's pre-built to the nav itself, so you have full features of both basically. And finally on the back we have some lovely graphical pictures. Again, CarPlay, WebLink, and then mirroring, so this is quite cool. So you can, I believe it's iOS compatible as well as Android, but definitely Android. You can basically mirror your phone screen to your nav. So if you've got a video you've recorded on your phone camera or something and you want to stream it directly to this device for whatever reason, you can do that. Or watch a film that's preloaded on your phone and you can't be bothered to transfer it to the nav. Again, it's a nice entertainment option, especially if you're parked up for a break, or even, to be honest, if you're parked up overnight. It's a decent sized screen on this, so it's worth sitting and watching a film on. You're not going to be uncomfortable. It's not like you're sitting miles away from the thing, so that's pretty good. And then we've got again, just technical gump about the superior performance of it. It has got a 24-bit true color display. It is really rich actually. I have seen these installed in vehicles. and it's very clear. It's not like the old fuzzy, I don't know what to call it really, sort of like a TFT monitor kind of thing, if that makes any sense. It's a really crisp and clear display that you're used to on smartphones, but this thing has that sort of display as well. A bit more about Bluetooth, and then it's just telling you that it's got an input for a backup camera as well, which is another nice addition. It doesn't come with a camera, that is an additional extra, but it's worth, you know, worth having if you want it. And that's everything there. So anyway, right, that's the box. Let's get this out. So we'll open it up, and in the top we have all of the manuals and the warranty information. There is every language under the sun here by the looks of it, so we should be good for everyone. We've catered for all. It does have full European mapping on it as well, that's worth a mention. It's got some stickers there as well, just for the, if you want to label up the ports out of the back of the nav, you can label up so you know which USB to plug your CarPlay device into or your Android Auto. So then we have, it's well packed. We have a good chunk of polystyrene. Everyone loves a bit of polystyrene. Okay, so now, when I first unboxed one of these, I was quite daunted by the amount of cabling and accessories and things like that, but you have to get out of your mind, this isn't a portable device. This thing is designed to be built into the truck in place of your factory head unit, or, you know, a section you have in your dashboard. So it's a bit more, it's not difficult to install. It is very much plug and play. You do need a couple of tools obviously to get your head unit out, but don't, you know, I'm kind of technical minded, but I'm not really technical minded when it comes to wiring and electrics and stuff like that. So I was really sort of like, whoa, what am I going to do with all this stuff? But actually, when you lay it all out on the table, which I'll show you, it makes sense. You know, the thing's got a lot of features. It does need, and it's because it's built in, it needs to have certain things wired through the cab to get the most out of it. So yeah, so don't be scared about how many cables I'm pulling out of this thing. It's okay, I promise. So first one here we have is the that's the USB extension. So that would plug into the back of the nav unit. You'd then run that from the back of the nav unit through your dashboard somewhere neatly, and that gives you a female USB socket there to plug in for CarPlay or Android Auto. As you know, they have to be mostly now a hard connection from the device to the CarPlay or Android Auto device. So that's what that is. That's easy. You plug it in the back, you run it through, and you've got your socket. Next we have the, this is the DAB aerial. So green plug there goes into the back of the unit. Long cable again, run it through your dashboard, probably up your passenger door side pillar or driver's door pillar if you want to pull that one off, but probably passenger door side. And then just a sticky pad, and that is the aerial for that. We have the microphone. Obviously it has hands-free, so again, there's a jack plug that goes into the back of the unit. Run the cable through, go up the door side, driver's door side pillar. That's a bit of a mouthful. And then just fix your microphone sort of about sort of head height, as close to your face as you can, if that makes sense, but on the door pillar will be fine. Nice crystal clear audio on this one as well, so you shouldn't get any of your mates or your worse off, your boss, getting on at you because they can't hear you. We have the mounting kit. That's common. It's literally just to secure it into the vehicle. It's not really that interesting, we won't get into that. Just move the unit out of the way here. And we have, this is the AV adapter lead as well. So that goes into the back of the unit. It's a, crikey, I don't know what that is, probably a 16 jack plug. And then has all of your audio, visual, and rear view camera outputs on this one. So you plug that in. Now, if you're not going to install a rear view camera, or you're not going to be using an external subwoofer, perhaps, or sound system or anything like that, you don't actually have to install that lead. I wouldn't plug it in for the sake of it, because it's a fair chunk to hide behind the dash, but you know, they give you all the options, and that's what Pioneer are very good at and well known for, is their audio and visual capabilities. Okay, this here is the, oh, it's another USB extender. That's good. They give you two USB extenders, just in case you need two devices. We have the ISO, or the ISO harness. I think that's what this is called. Should have done my research. But basically you have, again, a socket that goes into the radio, and then this, when you pull out your head unit, you will see you have a double jack plug, which connects all of the speakers that exist into your vehicle. Now, this should plug and play in most. There are adapters, here I have prepared, ready, from companies like Connect 2. We can source these for you as well, which will adapt the steering wheel interface. So if you have, you know, your volume controls or your skip track or your answer or call all built in on the steering wheel, which most trucks, modern trucks do nowadays, you'll probably want one of those. We do, you'll see, again, I'll put a link below on our website, all of the navs, but when you select the model of Pioneer nav, you can then also select your vehicle. And by obviously selecting your vehicle, you can choose which fitting kit it comes with. We know, so if you're not sure, give us a call, and if for whatever reason we don't know, we can speak to Pioneer. But they're pretty much all available for the trucks. Some of them have droppers, because some of the audio and visual systems in some vehicles are 24 volts, some are 12. Obviously this unit here is 12. So they do give you a built-in dropper lead as well. But again, the important thing is you're not splicing into wires or anything like that. You know, guys, this is simple. It is, you know, it can seem daunting, but it is simple. You plug it in, the plugs can only go one way around. You can't really get it wrong, especially if you have the harness. And yeah, that's it basically. So that's what that is. There is one thing on there as well. There's a wire here, the green wire, which is a parking brake fuse. So basically, install it correctly. You can't use the DVD function whilst driving along, for those of you that are very safety conscious. I mean, why would you, really? It's not safe. So there's an override there, which you basically can't access it at all unless the wire is fused, so it has to be installed correctly. You know, it's for everyone's safety. Anyone who's driving a truck, you're all professionals, you know. You shouldn't be watching telly as you go along. And that's it. I'm not telling you what to do, of course, but you know, that's my opinion. That's the box empty. So the main unit itself is right here. Oh dear, I've just ripped that. Whoops. Okie dokes, so there it is. Nice large screen. I think it's a 6.2. Should check that. 6.2 or a 7-inch, I can't remember, but it's a decent sized screen. Lovely finish to it. Like I say, it's not, you know, horrible. I don't know what to call it, like an ink display. I don't know. It's not that. It's a really nice finish to it. So that is the main unit. It's a double-DIN sized unit, which is basically, for those of you that don't know, it's 2 radio slots in the old-fashioned ways, which most trucks have that double-DIN capability in the center dash there. So you have, we'll start with the front because that's the most exciting side. DVD slot, CD slot if you've still got CDs. There is a button here that this screen here is like on a motor, so you can press that and it will fold down. We've got volume up, volume down. We've got a quick, looks like a quick button to navigation, which is good. Power and menu. We've got a mute button and then some touch controls here to navigate through the menu system. So we've got a back, and I believe that's a microphone, so probably turn the mic off and on. Oh, hold on. I've just told you a lie. This button at the top here, which I said says the screen folds down, isn't. That's the eject button for this. And then we have a release button here. So it's for security, basically. That release button releases the controls. Without those controls, this unit can't work. So when you're parked up and, you know, worried about theft, obviously this is all in a cage anyway, an anti-theft cage, but just by removing that piece renders that pretty useless. So that's handy. You can take that, throw it in your pocket, or lock it in a cupboard or something in your truck. Yeah, and that just clips back in somehow. Hold on. Again, should have practiced this. Maybe it goes that way. There we go, it goes that way around, top first. Yeah, so there you go, that's the front of the unit. Nothing much on the sides, bit of a security cage there. And then on the back are literally just all of the plug sockets for the wires that I showed you earlier. So you'll have your aerial, your 2 USBs, which will be for the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I believe they're both powered, so they will provide charging to your device as well, which is handy. You know, maybe you're a vlogger and you have a camera or something like that you want to charge. It should provide enough power out of there just to power out for you. 2 sockets for your harnesses, and then your aerial and everything else on the back there. It's all fairly standard, to be honest. There's nothing there that jumps out at me. No, nothing that jumps out at me that, you know, isn't standard for any radio. So when you pull your old one out, it should look fairly similar. To be honest, you'll certainly be able to work it out. But yeah, so that is the Pioneer. They are available from us. They're on our website. I'll make sure I get that on a link below. I think I need to correct myself once more as well. This is how professional we are here. No, we are quite professional, I promise. It's just me not doing my research. The aerial I showed you, I told you was a radial aerial. I believe also, I can't even find it now, 1 second, here. Let me just double check this because, yeah, no, this is actually, it's a GPS as well. So that wants, that box there, I don't know if you can see, there's a little black box in there. The green plug goes in the back, which, like I said, and then the black box there is the GPS antenna. So that needs direct line of sight to the sky, basically, where the satellites are, as they tell us. So probably I would suggest a good place for that is in the center of the dash, right forward into the front of your windscreen if you can. If not, then I don't really know where else to put it. It needs to really be in that front windscreen if you can. The cable's definitely long enough. I do appreciate that some of those truck dashboards are very complex to get apart. Perhaps if not, maybe just like on a door pillar, but still facing forward, because that's going to be the best line of sight with the big windscreen and getting the signal from the satellites. It is good, it's well powered, you know, you'll still keep a signal whilst you're driving through a town or anything like that. If there's tall buildings, if you're in the city, it is a decent one, but that is an important thing to make sure you install it. We have had in the past customers, and also, to be honest, our own fitters, when we first started installing them, where they've put that under the dashboard. It's no good, it won't get a signal. Just like any portable sat nav device, you know, even just a regular old TomTom, if you sit in your living room at home and you can't see out of the window, it won't connect. So that is, ensure you do that. But yeah, other than that, that's the unit. Like I say, I'll link everything below for you. I will apologise again while we haven't been around for the last few weeks. We do try and do these vlogs every week or every other week, and I appreciate it's probably been 3 or 4 now. We have had a very busy period with the current climate with Brexit. We're really chuffed. We weren't expecting it. You know, we've done some great work with some great fleets, and I've really made a point, because we're investing the time in these vlogs, and we feel it's really important to connect with you guys. So I've made a point this morning of coming in really early and just making sure we'll sit down and do some content for you, hopefully something that you're interested in. And if not, sorry, why are you still watching? But yeah, so that's why we haven't been about. It's just purely down to the amount of stuff we're doing. It's great for the company. You know, we're really chuffed that we're wanted by so many fleets and so many brands. And you know, we don't take that lightly. We're thankful for that every single day. So yeah, I hope we will be back next week for you. If not, definitely the week after, which is my sign off now. I'm going to say that every week. So yeah, thanks for watching. It's been another Thank Truckers Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you very soon.